just going to make sure that this is actually going before I do any talking. Looks like it's live. Gonna make sure the audio is good on a separate device here. And then once there's more people hopped on, I will go ahead and start talking. Okay, it sounds like the audio is good. I'm gonna share this over to my Facebook page real quick, and then we'll get going. Next, and share. Boom, post. Okay, folks, if you're joining on, I am just about to get started here. So stand by. I see some folks hopping on. Good to see you. Good to see you. We're just going to talk a little bit about the upcoming pattern change that's coming down the pipe. Once I get finished sharing things around. All right. There we go. I think we're golden. All right. Hope everyone is having a good night. Mariners won, so that's pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about the upcoming pattern change that's heading our way. Okay, now that we are good, sweet. All right. Good evening, everyone. Benjamin Yurkovich here, Washington Weather Tracers. Looking at the high temperatures right now. It got pretty warm around Washington State today. Up in my neck of the woods, got up to 75 degrees in my neighborhood. Over in Granite Falls, got up to 82. And there was a couple other locations that got into the 80s as well, including over here, the West Fork Setsop River at Cougar Smith Road. By the way, go ahead and comment where you guys are watching from. The reason why I'm doing a live today is I was pretty busy just trying to wrap up some stuff at work, and then came home early to help out at home a little bit, and also wanted to do a final mow on the lawn, hopefully. Look at this. North Bend got to 80 degrees. Auburn got to 80. And Yelm got to 80. Fantastically hot day. But tomorrow is going to be much, much cooler. So as we zoom off to tomorrow, around when the high temperatures is going to be, check this out. So we had a bunch of 80-degree high temperatures in Western Washington today. Tomorrow, many areas are going to struggle to even get to 60 degrees. Many locations are going to have highs only in the upper 50s. Some locations will get into the low 60s, but it's going to feel much more autumn-like in Western Washington today, or tomorrow, rather. It's going to feel much more autumn-like in Western Washington tomorrow. And then in Eastern Washington, it's going to be a little bit warmer than it was today, most likely. If we look at what the high temperatures were like over there today, there was several locations that were in the low 70s. Some locations got to the mid 70s, and just a couple locations like Tesk and Starbuck and that station right there might not be completely accurate, not totally sure, but just a couple locations got into the 80s. Tomorrow, though, if we look at the high temperatures in Eastern Washington around 3 to 4 p.m., it's going to be similar, but maybe just, only a couple locations getting near 80 degrees, but most locations getting into the low to mid 70s tomorrow. But west of the Cascades, it's going to be only getting to the low 60s to 50s. So what I really want to highlight is this weekend. And so tomorrow, things are really going to feel different with the colder temperatures. There's going to be some showers that are going to be flirting with the North Cascades and maybe also in parts of Snohomish, Skagit, and Whatcom County tomorrow evening, but nothing too crazy. And then there are some chances of showers on Thursday, maybe a possibility of a thunderstorm, and then again on Friday. But then as we head into the weekend, starting on about Saturday afternoon or evening, is when the possibility of snow in the mountains begins. And snow chances in the mountains will continue through Sunday, and then possibly will continue into Monday. And the track of this low, there's still plenty of time for the position of the trough and the low to change. But it's looking like snow is going to be coming to the mountains possibly. And so far, looking at the most recent run of the European model, and it's still snowing at this time, it shows locations like Stevens Pass getting possibly up towards like 6 inches of snow up there. Maybe a little bit less down at Snoqualmie. If we are to look at the map here, just to kind of get an idea on county lines. So here's Snoqualmie Pass right here. And so it's going to be right about there on that county. So looking back, so yeah, right about there is Snoqualmie Pass, right? So if we go to the European model here and zoom off. So yeah, it's not looking like a ton of snow for Snoqualmie Pass, but at maybe the possibility of 6 inches of snow up at Stevens Pass. I'm thinking about upping my Weather Bell subscription now that we're coming into the more active weather period. I see that there are some people online. Hi, Lily was number one dog, and Missy, and Connie Martinez, and Lindsay, Joy, Michael. Yeah, I guess Michael, yeah. Last mowing for a while, just because if we look at the upcoming weather, there's not going to be any good opportunities for mowing. Just for fun, I pulled up the 7-day forecast on weather.gov just for Seattle. So actually no, this is for Stevens Pass. So this is over at Stevens Pass, but first let's go to Seattle. And so today, right, we had temperatures in Seattle get up to 75 degrees. And then tomorrow, only going to be a high of 60. And we're not going to be getting above much higher than 61 the next several days. And then it's going to get even colder as we head into the weekend with highs only in the upper 50s, and it's just going to be wet and nasty. So not good mowing weather at all. So that's why today I was like, this would be a great day to try to just knock it out. And by the way, if you guys ever want to pull up your location on here, you just head over to weather.gov. You can type in like your exact location. I'm just going to do Grant Falls, for example, and click there. And then the cool thing is you can refine it even more with this little map right here. You can zoom in, and let's say you just so happen to live right on this little road right here that goes across the Still-Squamish River. You can click right there, and it'll refine the forecast, the automated forecast for your location. And now, you shouldn't completely rely on this thing, but this is one thing that I like to check for temperatures in my area, and it can kind of give you a general idea of what may happen in your location. But of course, you should always check in with real human meteorologists and whatnot and see what they say could happen, because we live in an area with a lot of microclimates and things. But looking at this for Stevens Pass. It's kind of fun just to see some snow icons showing up for Saturday, and then also says snow likely Sunday and Sunday night, and chance of snow on Monday as well. So I think the possibility of a first snow chase is looming on the horizon, which piques my interest, I may say. But of course, there's some details that need to be ironed out. The European has this low being a little bit more aggressive than the GFS as far as I could tell. Let's see what the 18Z GFS looked like. Yeah, so the European model is still a bit more excited about this than the GFS, but GFS still has a little bit of mountain snow in there. So yeah, if you guys are excited for autumn weather and mountain snow and breezy conditions and sipping on lattes on cold days, go ahead and comment yes, all capital letters in the comments. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you're just hopping on, my name is Benjamin Yurkovich. I run this channel here. I also operate Washington Weather Chasers over on Facebook. That's primarily where I am most active. But I am looking to get this YouTube channel just a bit more active. Facebook just recently made a change that I'm not a huge fan of, and that is after I do a live stream, they are going to automatically delete live streams in 30 days. It didn't used to be that way. But it was always nice to be able to go back and look at old snow live streams from like a year or two ago, and that's not going to be able to be that way for much longer. So I'm really trying to get more active here on this YouTube channel, not so much because I want to be a place of constant updates and forecasts and things. I'm going to do those kind of things every now and then, but probably not every day. But I want to have a place where I can do my live streams where they're going to stay saved. They're not going to get deleted in 30 days. And Facebook gave me the option like, oh, you can download your live streams if you want to. I'm like, why? Why? I mean, unless I capture something absolutely incredible, I'm not going to download my live streams. So, gonna do a lot of my live streams here on YouTube, where they'll remain and stay saved. And I probably will still try to do some live streams over on the Facebook as well. But YouTube is where I'm thinking the lion's share of my live streaming will occur when I'm out there doing those snow chases, if you know what I mean. So yeah, if you're just hopping on, was just talking a little bit about the snow chances coming up. And then another thing coming up too is we got this system coming down into the area tomorrow into Thursday morning, and it kind of just hangs out offshore and spins some moisture and convection into Washington, and there could be the off chance of maybe some thunderstorms. If we look at the 6-hour lightning flash density feature here, you can kind of see there's a chance of convection right there. Yeah, it's not looking totally crazy, but can't rule it out. But I'll admit, the thing I'm more excited about is the possibility of seeing some snow in the mountains here soon. Look at that. If that just happened verbatim, I would be a happy, happy man. Yes. Okay. What else? I guess we could take a quick look again at this. So yeah, this is the Stevens Pass showing snow likely Sunday night on the weather.gov website. And then this is looking up near Snoqualmie Pass, and it's not looking quite as good for snow at Snoqualmie Pass just yet, but that could change. And then this is looking up at Artist Point, and the chance of snow there is better, beginning Saturday, and then Saturday night, Sunday, and then going into Monday. But yes. So yeah, if you have any travel plans for this weekend, I doubt the road conditions will get too bad. There's a chance that maybe if it snows hard enough up there at Stevens Pass, the conditions could get a little bad. What we could do is we could zoom into the local view here. Stevens Pass is, I need to remind myself almost every time exactly. So it's right about there. All right, so yeah, Stevens Pass is right about here or so. And I'm gonna go deck to about 8 a.m. Gonna pull a sounding from right there. Oh yeah, that'll do it. If this were to happen verbatim, 29 degrees, cold through the whole column, lots of moisture to work with. Get some pretty good snow up there at Stevens Pass with those conditions, and that may even stick on the roads if that were happening. And yeah, if there was a chance of it snowing up there on Monday morning, I would probably get up there before the sun rose to cover it and live stream it. Would be my plan. And then by 11 a.m., it looks like, wow, still shows it being possibly below freezing at that time. So pretty cold air mass, actually. Looking at the temperatures. Yeah, 11 a.m. in the 40s and upper the 40s to low 50s for Western Washington Monday. But then, yeah, right up there by Stevens Pass. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Let's see. Yeah, it does start warming up by about 11 a.m. But that right there would be cold enough to be getting snow in the central and northern Cascades and parts of the southern Cascades as well, with maybe the exception of the Snoqualmie Pass corridor. All right, guys, go ahead and leave a comment for what you're most excited about this autumn and fall. Also, let me know if there's anything you would like to see on this channel. But again, I'm just going to clarify again, the number one thing I want to use this channel for is storm chasing live streams, which when there's no storms to chase, I might do something like this. But when the storms start getting active and whatnot, and I'm actually out there chasing, I'm not going to be doing as many of these kind of updates. All right. Gonna look at your comments so I don't miss anything. Wicked Impulse says he's there. Sorry, are excited for snow sports. Awesome. Yes. Yes. Snow sports. Bring it on. Bring on all the snow sports. Man, I have not ridden snowmobiles very much, but the times I have was so much fun. I could totally go for some snowmobile riding. All right, I'm going to look up something here real quick. Hang tight. And then I'm going to go ahead and get back to hanging out with my wife for a while before our early bedtime of about 9 o'clock. Anything else you guys are excited for this fall and winter? Hello from the smoky town of Wenatchee. Yeah, man, you guys have just gotten it this year. Bad with the smoke. Very bad. I can momentarily, I'll go ahead and pull up what the smoke conditions are looking like out there. Yeah, I'll pull up purple air here in just a second. All right, pulling up purple air now. So, yeah, we still have some wildfire smoke in western Washington too, but that's beginning to clear out today. But over there in Wenatchee, where Tyson Jackson just commented from, looks like it's not as bad as it has been over there, still smoky, but over there in Leavenworth, still pretty bad air quality up there in Plain as well. And up there, whoa, going a little crazy there. All right. Yeah, so still dealing with some smoke. If we look at the smoke model here, you can see that the stuff in western Washington mostly clears out tomorrow, and then we're still dealing with some of the fires over there in eastern Washington, causing some bad air quality locally. All right. Anyways, main thing I just wanted to highlight on is looks like we got some snow on the way from the mountains this weekend. So that's fun. That would be something to storm chase. Oh yeah. Good times. All right, folks. Well, hey, if you've been watching with me for a bit, thanks so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Yeah, feel free to share this channel with your friends or whatever. Hope you guys have a good night. I am going to go ahead and head on out. Thanks, guys, for watching.